The review.
Oh.
They hated it. They hated me.
Well, they can't hate you.
Spider-Man 3. You stand accused of being a bloated, excessive mess with too many villains, too many plot lines, and not enough brains. Not to mention one of the worst miscastings in a superhero film to date. How do you plead?
When are you gonna give a guy a break?
Your Honor, like 85% not guilty.
How's that sound, Tiger?
To this day, Spider-Man 2 is the live-action gold standard for Spider-Man movies, and it's not up for discussion.
I guess you haven't heard. I'm the sheriff around these parts.
So Spider-Man 2 is like having an exquisite filet mignon dinner, then Spider-Man 3 is like eating a funnel cake for dessert.
That is the dumbest idea you've ever had, and you have had some doozies!
Blood pressure.
What I'm trying to say is Spider-Man 3 is ridiculous, yes, it's fun, yes, but it's not as great as the other two, so let's not pretend like it is.
You said great.
Honestly, I think it's fair to say Spider-Man 3 has its fair share of problems, like, for example, trying to retcon how Uncle Ben was actually killed by Sandman.
No, you're not doing your job.
But let's focus on what Spider-Man 3 does right.
I'm so nervous. You're my friend. Best friend.
Harry and Peter's love-hate relationship had been building for 3 movies, and it's probably the most important plot of the entire trilogy.
You knew this was coming, Pete.
But having them square off so early in the film, only for Harry to get amnesia and forget he hates Peter, only to regain his memory, fight Peter again, and then redeem himself by giving his life for Peter in the finale? Oh, not a dry eye in the place.
Gonna cry?
One of the strengths of the Spider-Man trilogy has been how well they cast their villains, with one exception.
You're trash, Brock. Excuse me?
Thomas Hayden Church is sublime as Flint Marco, utilizing the little screen time he gets to present himself as something of a misunderstood monster.
Not a bad person.
On top of Church's performance, the special effects and the score when Sandman appears on screen have aged well, standing out more than anything else. As a result, Sandman remains a highlight. Whether it's Rosemary Harris as Aunt May giving out words of wisdom, Elia Baskin demanding rent from Peter, or J.K. Simmons chewing scenery as J. Jonah Jameson, the supporting cast have always been top-notch, and Spider-Man 3 is no different.
Thank you.
There's even another brilliant Bruce Campbell cameo for good measure, and there's no such thing as a bad scene with Bruce Campbell.
I like you.
Now take all this.
I hated Emo Peter so much when Spider-Man 3 first came out.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
But his internet memes have lovingly transformed him into Bully Maguire. He's grown on me in recent years, and I find myself quite amused by Emo Peter. From the terrible dancing, to the guy liner, to the awful quotes.
That all you got?
He's so bad at being bad, he's funny, and I can dig it, since all the guy really wants is a front door that works.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
While the special effects don't always hold up, Raimi has always had an eye for thrilling set pieces, and the action in Spider-Man 3 never disappoints, with the Sandman fights in particular being a personal favorite.
You are such a nerd.
Ooh, my spider sense is tingling.
Look, I can't defend Venom.
What the hell?
I can defend Topher. I like Topher Grace, and even though he looks absolutely nothing like Eddie Brock aside from the bad hair dye, he does a great job bringing both Brock's cockiness and destructive jealousy to the big screen. He's at his best when he's seething with bubbling hatred for Peter Parker. But Venom.
I want him dead too, Flint.
Venom would say, "We want him dead. We." The fact that Venom refers to himself in the first person and has the same voice as Topher Grace borderlines on unforgivable.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
Thankfully, Tom Hardy fixed it.
We are Venom.
Love or hate Spider-Man 3, no one can argue it's got one of, if not the best Stan Lee cameo out of all the others.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.
So that's that. Spider-Man 3 is okay by me. Go give it another try and tell me if you agree or disagree. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Killian or on Instagram at CKComedy. If after all this you're still watching, well, thanks for watching. If you like seeing me defend stuff, click subscribe and turn on notifications. Better yet, check out some of our other videos. If you're still watching this, give the video a thumbs up for support. It would really make me feel good about myself.